Well, I'm really excited to introduce you to Robin James. Robin, you are the program supervisor for school-based and outpatient services for Glade Run Lutheran Services. So welcome to the Butler Buzz.
Thank you so much for having me.
And Robin and I met at an event. I was learning more about what you do, and I'm like, you would be a great guest to have on.
Thank you.
So you do a lot. Could you kind of describe it to us?
Sure. So I am the program supervisor for several different school districts in the area, Seneca Valley, North Catholic, a couple of others that are in the Butler area. Okay. So I supervise the therapists who are there. So that's a big part of my job, but my heart is really with the PCIT that I do. I do the sessions myself as the therapist, and then I am also training new therapists to be certified in PCIT.
And you know what? I'm a mom. Mm-hmm. My kids are now grown, but being a parent is not easy.
It is not easy.
When I heard about this program, I thought, I bet you there are other parents out there that would like to learn about it. So it is parent-child interaction therapy.
Yes.
PCIT. Mm-hmm. And we were talking earlier, this is a new program that's being offered by Glade Run, but the program's been around for a long time.
It has. It was developed in the 1970s by a woman named Dr. Sheila Iberg. Okay. And this is a very evidence-based treatment. We have found in multitude of studies that it is really effective for children with pretty significant behavioral or emotional issues.
All right. So now it's designed right now for the program to be offered for certain ages, right?
Yes.
Age 2 to 7, is that
Ages
correct?
Ages 2 to 7, correct.
And I'm thinking, if you see a problem early, let's identify it, let's start working on it.
Yes.
Is that why it starts so early on?
Yes. I love the early intervention piece of this. I think it's so important to get to these children at a young age. They are very malleable at this age. We can really change their behaviors with ease compared to, when they're teenagers, as you know.
So let me ask you, does a child need to be diagnosed with something, or is this something where me as a parent, I'm like, I think I need help?
Yeah, the children and parents come to us in a variety of different ways. So sometimes they are recommended to do PCIT. It could be through, say, a pediatrician who's noticing some issues. A school might recommend it.
Right.
Courts could possibly recommend it. Or a parent can just say, listen, I need help, and here, I want to give this a try.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend.
Okay.
I'm a parent. I'm observing behaviors, and I am not sure how to manage it. I'm getting frustrated. I don't want to lose my temper. Mm-hmm. So I reach out to you and I ask, for help. Mm-hmm. What does that look like?
Well, so the first step would be, reaching out to our agency and asking about the program. From that point, what they will do is they will give you an assessment. It's called an ECBE. It stands for Iberg Child Behavior Inventory. Oh, right. And this is an assessment that we have the parents fill out to decide if they are appropriate for this PCIT. Program. Yes.
So now we find out my child is eligible. Yes. It meets the requirements, whatever.
Yes.
We need help. So now I know from reading about your program, there's virtual and soon to be in person at Zelienople.
Yes, we're very excited about the in-person
component. And then on average, parents and children meet with you once a week?
Yep, once a week. The sessions are about an hour long.
Okay.
And consistency is very, very important. So we really need to be meeting weekly. And we also have a requirement of 5 minutes of, we call it homework per day of playing with your child. And practicing the skills.
Okay. And I see, if I remember correctly, the program's kind of divided into, there's child-directed interaction and parent-directed interaction, right? And I bet the kids like to be in charge, right?
They do. So the idea behind doing the child-directed interaction first is that it really helps to strengthen the bond between the parent and child. So if we were to go directly into parent-directed interaction where the parent is in charge, there's going to be a lot of battle with the child. So what we do is we work on building these skills for warm, loving parenting, so that the child is really engaged. The parent learns how to play with the child, how to interact with the child in a more effective way before we get into the parent-directed section.
I think that's great.
Yes.
And I was thinking too, if parents want to do this, both parents want to do this for their child, are they able to do it as a family?
Yes. So we can do it with one parent or with both parents. Whenever possible, I want to have both parents involved because the consistency across the board of the parents using the same language and having the same set of expectations is so beneficial to that child.
And then I'm thinking, if I'm a parent and I have more than one child, I can, this is going to benefit my other children too.
Absolutely.
And when they see, they're going to learn new language and new techniques, and it's just going to improve the overall wellness of the family.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Which we know is so important. I mean, are you just so excited to be doing this work?
I just love it. This is just my heart, working with these young children and seeing the improvements that can be made. And, security is so important to a child. Feeling secure, feeling safe in their home and with their loved ones. And this really helps to strengthen that bond. A lot of times when parents come to us, they are just at their wits' end with the behavior, and there's a lot of anger and frustration towards the child. And rebuilding that relationship between the parent and child is really a beautiful thing to be a part of.
It is. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Before you leave, though, I want to make sure they know this is just not for Butler County residents, that you can live in other counties. Just give Robin and her team at Glade Run a call, and they can let you know what's available to help you too. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.